Hello and welcome to the Rough Tackle podcast once again. And this is where you get everything Ghana Premier League. We delve deep and do a recap of the previous match day and also look forward to the matches coming up. You know that there will be 3 live games on TV3 and on your TV. It's 30 December, but we are going to enjoy some very good football in the Ghana Premier League. The 2025-26 season has started well and it's producing some magic already. My name is Mutalaya Yakubu here with the usual corporate Dela and of course Selassie as well. And these two will be helping to break everything down. We are in December, festive season, Christmas coming up, busy schedule in the Ghana Premier League. Before we jump into match day 14, let's talk about what is happening. I mean, a lot has gone on throughout the week concerning Asante, Kotoko, concerning Hartlepool in the news again. Unpaid salaries. Hamza Issa and Pro Sports, his agency, threatening to terminate their contracts.
Yeah, so I don't think it's straightforward like that.
Yeah.
And maybe he doesn't know. But by serving a notice, that doesn't mean that automatically...
I read about it and it goes through a lot of process.
Yeah,
it's not that straightforward.
It's not that
you can't just wake up and say, cancel my contract.
But it's surprising, it's shocking that Accra Hartlepool are owing 3 months' salaries.
We have been told that it's been cleared. I mean, the 3 months have been cleared.
How long ago?
Well,
so it's the players that can confirm this. But it's sad that Accra Hartlepool are going through this. I've always said that if the league is going to be attractive, Accra Hartlepool and Kumasi Asante Kotoko have to get back to the top. They are the teams that we know to be able to compete, first of all, in Africa and to bring the fans to the stadiums. They are the 2 teams that can garner support for the Ghana Premier League and bring it back to the level it used to be. But it's very sad that this is the level we find these clubs right now. 3 months salaries, losing games to True Life, and losing games away to Kerala United. That match was quite difficult. But the losses and their lack of competitiveness in the Ghana Premier League, it's shocking, to be honest.
Big news, Dela. I mean, it's dominated the airways throughout the weekend.
I think I was telling you that Hartlepool used to be one of the clubs that we used to say that,
like a model club.
Yes, in terms of player salary
them.
and making sure that the working condition of players were top notch. They're one of the few clubs that in recent times decided to house the players at Pobiman.
That is a great initiative, by the way.
House the players closer. Like they were a model club. You know, they provided a lot of things that players would wish to play for. You know, it was more of if you are playing football in Ghana, you either want to play for Hartlepool or Kumasi Asante Kotoko. So for them to move all the way to a level of not paying players 3 months, 1 month, that one, is maybe administrative error, but 2, 3, that means it's becoming a norm. And I think it's whatever the problem is, I hope they would work on it, because I don't really believe it's financial, because they have a bankroller, like their majority shareholder is somebody who has the resources. In as much as managing football is difficult, in as much as managing like football and investing is not easy. We all know it's a tough thing, but I believe it's a club that has the resources and the ability. Because if Hartlepool is struggling, then because if a company wants to pay money, they would pay more to Hartlepool than any other club.
Yeah,
like
they're solid brand. They're a solid brand.
I'm talking about like sponsorship, for instance. If Hartlepool and any other Premier League club comes to like media journal for sponsorship, Hartlepool would receive more than. So ideally, you would also hope that they would also be able to at least take care of their players. But it's an unfortunate situation, for them to get to this
level. We're hoping that the management of Hartlepool.
And also, I think it's also as a result of, they are owing a lot. They have a lot of judgment debts to pay. And when
owing
you spend,
coaches that have sent them to cars and all that.
If you look at the amount of money they are supposed to pay.
And they have a ban, I'm sure.
If you look at the amount of money they are supposed to pay to these people, and if they don't satisfy those obligations, it will have an implication.
Recently, they had to pay a player around 100,000 Ghana.
They owe a coach too.
They cancelled this contract.
Then kind of
the Dutch coach
Sali Abdul Salam.
Is it Rene Hendink or
I think that's
Salam.
It's been a back and forth.
When you don't make them administrative decisions, like when it will always come back to bite you.
Well, we'll talk more about Heart of Oak and the upcoming game against Nations FC. But let's do a recap of match day 13.
Yeah.
I was at Hohoi.
Okay. Kotoko.
When I saw the Asante Kotoko team, I saw that they had a very light bench because of several injuries that they have.
Yeah.
So a lot of players from the under 20 had to fill in. Once Hohoi United scored that
free
goal
kick, yeah.
from William Oduro, it looked like Asante Kotoko could never recover from that.
They tried.
They tried.
4
4 games, no win. Karim Zito had to apologize after the game.
Yeah. I think it's an unfortunate situation. As I always say, Kotoko and Hearts have to be competing for this league to be interesting, to get the support of fans. It's sad. I watched the game on Sunday, and that free kick was a beautiful free kick, I have to say. Hohoi deserved that lead at that point. But Kumasi Asante Kotoko, in the end, it was too little, too late. Karim Zito himself said it that they scored them before they looked like they wanted to score.
Are the injuries an excuse?
It's an excuse, but in football, there's only so much you can go get away with in terms of those excuses. Fans still want you to find a way to win. You have to find a way to win whilst trying to resolve the issues. That's the game we find ourselves.
Looks like
in
the
right
fans
now.
don't care about who
They
is
don't.
there and who
They
is not
don't.
there. As far as any player
We are
wears the
Kotoko.
jersey
We
as
need to win.
Asante Kotoko
They
player,
don't
we
care.
have to win.
We have to win.
Because I am playing the devil's advocate for Karim Zito. I believe that Charlie, it's Anthony.
It's tough.
He has injuries,
It's
but
tough.
nobody
But
really
that is
cares
what-
about the injuries.
That is what happens when you sell your best player because you need the money. Zito can do all he wants. If the raw materials in terms of the players are not up to the standard, then he can do all he wants and nothing will come out of it. So it's an unfortunate situation, but he has to find a way
Dela.
to make it work.
Before the game, I talked plus the head coach of Hohoi United. And he says they've not been doing well in recent time, bar the win against Bichim United. But one thing he told me off camera or off record was, we are not going to make it easy for Asante Kotoko. And lo and behold, they did make it very difficult for Kotoko. But throughout the game, let me be honest, it never looked like Kotoko could score a goal.
Yeah, I think even games that Kotoko have won, they've not won because they could score goals. You know, it was individual brilliance. Remember that when Jeu scored that brilliant long, I came back to say that it has to be consistent to a certain level for you to know that Kotoko will find goals post Albert Amoah. And obviously it was always going to come. But if you look at Hohoi themselves, they've never been an easy opponent anytime they play football. Or even games that they've lost with one margin, like either 2-1 or 1-0. They've been a very tough opponent. They've been a very stubborn side. Even on the road, they manage to score goals on the road. They are very, very great and very strong on the ball. So once they were coming to play against a dilapidated Kotoko side, they always had a better chance. And once they are playing at home, the fans were behind them, and you travel to the Volta region. Playing away in the Volta region is perhaps equivalent to like playing in the Bono. They make the atmosphere very uncomfortable for you. So once they filled the stadium and once Kotoko were coming in with a second or a B team, it was always going to be difficult for them. But for me, we always say that someone will say the absence of Abetama has only the absence of Abetama being the cause of the team's recent
I was coming to
downfall.
ask you that.
Obviously, I don't think so. In as much
I think so, but you go.
let me explain.
Charlie Kwame Poku has been in the team, but it still doesn't look like they will score goals.
The shadow
But
of
you see,
himself.
The kind of feeling you have when Albert Amoah is up front. The fans don't have the same feeling.
Obviously, you see, let me explain. What I'm trying to say is that Albert's absence is one of the problems that the team will struggle. But it's not only
Of course.
that's not only the problem.
What are the other problems?
One is, I think the gulf of quality has been the problem.
Kotoko no get quality.
The difference in quality of the starter
Oh, okay.
and the one that will replace the starter
Okay, I understand.
is the problem.
Yeah.
Like the gulf of quality, the difference in the quality.
They don't have that
So
squad.
example,
Yeah, players all make it go in.
example, if you look at their defense, for instance, if you take out Samba One, the next replacement, the quality of Samba One's replacement is not on the same level
Yeah.
as Samba One. And when that happens, you would always struggle. You are just an injury away from going on relegation. So let's look at this. Kotoko managed to find goals, brilliant goals from an excellent player when Abetama was not around. So it means that if Abetama is not scoring and you have an equally great footballer, you would get the same goals. You will get goals. So as Murphy knows, imagine if Donzo is on the same level as Abetama.
But he's not.
So, but here, you have a player on the bench who's not on the same level as the one playing. And I think that has been the problem. So, and for a team that did a lot of recruitment, it is a bit worrying that after all the recruitment that they've been able to do, they still manage. It was more like, apart from the starting 11, the rest of the players I'm not saying they are not good players, but the level you need to play for Kotoko, I think maybe some of them were not on that level yet.
Well, so Kotoko lost.
Yeah.
And Heartful decided to lose.
To lose as well.
Tamale.
Tamale.
Last week, I said it on the show.
Yeah.
That Tamale is so difficult that if Heartful should even get a draw, I would be surprised. Mandela and, Mafu.
Yeah, it was Mafu.
Yeah.
I mean,
Kwamna
Mandela
Mafu.
and Kwamna Mafu.
Yeah.
Said, oh, no, Heartful can play well.
It's a tough place.
Tale, Tamale. I said Real Madrid
travel,
safe,
the
go
travel
there.
involved as well.
The Tamale,
They lost
It's-
2-0.
yeah,
Agbasi was
2-0.
imposed. I think these are the first two sets of goals that
He's
Yeah,
conceded, and I wouldn't put too much blame on him. Maybe his timing coming out and all that, but it was always going to be a difficult game in Kerala, far away Tamale Sports Stadium.
and I think after the
The
game,
travel involved in getting there because they travel by road.
Yeah.
They didn't travel by air. That would have been less stressful, but they travel by road. And going there on the back of a loss to True Life, I don't think that was the best.
that FA Cup loss.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think that was the best game to bounce back from.
Mm.
It was an away game, maybe a home match, which would have involved less travel, less distance, would have probably been better. But they went away to Kerala, and we all saw the writing on the wall. That game was always going to be a tough one to win. 2-0. I thought maybe 1-0 or 1-1. They were squeezing a late goal, maybe, and salvage a point. But the 2-0, it came, and Didi Dramani has a lot of work to do.
Karela recruited well. They started the season well. At a point, they were also blowing
Yeah,
hot
they
and
would-
cold.
obviously
But
they
I
won't win every
always thought that Heart of Folk stand no chance against Karela in Tamale.
yeah, I think in Tamale, I think it's only Dreams FC that have managed to get a good resource there. Mediama went there,
They lost, yeah.
They were leading the league table. Like, it's a tough ground for any team. And for me, I always knew that once they've been able to position themselves well, and they have an experienced manager. He's a Premier League winning coach. He won the Premier League with Samatek. So it is not a team. Kerala is not a boogie side naturally. So once they are going to play against us, who were coming at the back of, we're just coming to realize that even when the players were going to play the game, they had not been paid for a couple of.
They lost in the FA Cup.
They lost in the
Movie
FA Cup.
man. There was a lot of
hostile
chaos
environment.
surrounding them.
And now the coach has kind of admitted that, it was kind of difficult to get the players to even motivate them. So imagine traveling all the way to Tamale.
Tamale.
Accommodate, empty stomach. We know they take blue band.
We downplay the importance of that salary.
Yes, because you have empty stomach in Boavin.
Yeah.
So I think it was a game that obviously was.
And we have to admit that the quality of Heart to Folk has come down.
Yes. Even in terms of even when the
Players,
factors were same. Imagine ideal situation. House of Folk, no problem. They won the FA Cup. Players are paid well. It was always going to be a tough game. So imagine more now that things are not kind of well. I think it doesn't. What I'm going to say is that it doesn't.
It's not an excuse.
Yes, and also losing to Kerala away doesn't define House of Folk season.
Okay. All right.
It's not the worst thing to happen.
Exactly, because it was always going to be a tough
But
game.
your team were in action, Nations FC. You had to come from a goal down to beat Lions, one of the toughest teams in the division, by 2-1.
Nice win.
Tough game,
Tough
It was a
game,
very
yeah.
tough game,
Last season, they defeated you at that venue.
1-0.
I think they are one of the reasons why you couldn't win the title in the end. Yeah.
The last game, we needed
Yeah.
that win.
You needed that win.
They did that.
Yeah. And again, they scored first.
Yeah. Today, to the last game, I think they scored first. Obviously, they're very good side. Like what Bashir Hayford has done with the Lions. Come on, he deserves a lot of respect. The kind of football they've been playing, an excellent football. I think it was a great game. It was also on TV. Everybody could follow. Honestly, I was impressed with the football they played. But I like the team's character. Because
The reaction.
yes,
after
this is,
going
I think
back
this is the
and
first time
behind, yeah.
we've been able to come from behind to win a game. And we've gone down also. We Nations also against I think Holy Stars were down. We came back, but under the new manager, this is the first game. But even before the first half would end, Nations created a couple of chances. It was more of finding the composure to be able to score. And for me, I like the character of the team and how they've been able to push this. And
Selassie,
also,
yeah.
Nation needed this result.
All Blacks are happy.
Yes.
I am sad because
demonstration not
the
happy.
demonstration didn't happen. But it looks like 11 Wonders back to the four
Back to
setting.
the four settings.
But that
We
was
saw
a great
draw.
win for
A
All
draw.
Blacks.
Yeah.
You know, then win back-to-back games at the UG
Yeah.
Stadium.
Yeah.
Now the pressure is off.
Yeah. The pressure is off. It's amazing what a win can do. A run of form.
Yeah.
We saw 11 Wonders. We thought that it was going to herald a constant run of wins from that point onwards. It was a draw before a win, then now a loss again. It's like they've gone backwards. But I don't think they should be downhearted. It can change. It's football. So let's hope
Let's
for the
see.
best.
So we are going
in
into match day 14.
yeah.
3 games live on TV3 on Unia TV. Started on Friday, 3:30, Pando Stadium. Heart of Lions have not won their last 3 games. Then they come up against an Adriana side.
Stars.
That looks very good.
That's a tough game, you know. It's see the kind of football Adriana Stars
And that's
have
on
been playing.
Friday.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a very tough game, you know. And I think Bashir Ford is not happy with his boys. And you could feel from his press conference that
Are they getting tired? Is it fatigue?
oh no, he has a good. That's a question, no. But I think he has a good bench. He has enough bench to reshuffle the players. I think it's a bit of comfort. You know,
Okay, so they lost against BBN Gold Stars. Bashir Ford said most of the players were swollen-headed because they were getting a lot of praises. And he needed to pinch them and set them up that, Charlie, you've not gotten there yet.
right?
You
Could
don't
that
reach-
set it
you don't
again?
reach yet.
I think so. Because you see, there are some conversations that when the people start having, when a team feels like they have overachieved, it tends to kill the momentum and the pressure to overperform
It is human nature.
naturally.
Complacency.
Yes, that's the word. Complete.
We
I
the third.
think-
It's me pan on me this second cray.
I don't-
Even,
I don't
even
like
though
using-
there's a first,
you know, I
there's
don't
a
like-
first spot I'll bet to my far.
I
But
don't
you
like
feel
using-
once you've bypassed
No, I don't like
somebody, you've
using.
achieved.
I don't like using complacency because complacency is too big a negative word.
Mm.
It's more like comfort.
Contentment.
Contentment.
Good content. That's the word. Because you are okay with what you've been able to achieve. Because ideally,
No, me when you say African,
So a step further.
African
You-
issue,
you-
but
you
I
are
feel
not-
it's an African problem.
I'm okay with
But
where I
I'm
am.
okay. Okay, Ghana got to the quarterfinals of the
We are
World Cup.
okay.
So if I get to the semi-final,
I don't
bruh,
think
I am okay.
it's a human.
There's a
nature. I don't think it's
mentality
Ghana.
gap.
Chelsea were nearly. They said they were not title favorites.
Human nature. Make Bayern Munich catch you, then score you 4.
No, but
Or
it's
best
more
so 8. Or who's
So that's what I'm saying. So
But
it's-
Ghana man who say, oh, I show
No,
4. It's
there are other
okay.
teams that would. I
Oh.
don't. It's not more of Ghana.
So
thing.
it's contentment.
Good. It's more of sometimes when it's more of people around you and what they see.
Okay.
So if the
You know if Heart of Lions doesn't win the league, any problem.
that's what I'm saying. That's like what that be what they try to
Nobody
say.
will kill them. Nobody
really
will hang
care.
them.
So if like they try win the league,
Currently, the third position is enough.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
so
more
if-
than
if
enough.
then
They've
they try win the league.
overachieved.
So you see, if then they try win the league, people radio they talk, oh, they are doing what, then they force. Meanwhile, somebody there first too. Like, oh, then they are doing what, oh, the boys so the boys too, they get to them.
Yeah.
They know them are friends go meet challenge, see the more idea. Meanwhile, more that third. So then my next match,
So it's
well,
always a psychological
the
warfare.
motivation not there like the then times where they really
Yeah.
want to avoid.
I get where you're coming
So
from.
I think it's that. So it's not more like the players are being swollen headed. It's more of the conversation around is making them okay. So even if you have another game that you are supposed to play, the atmosphere around you makes you feel like, well, it's an okay game. Meanwhile, the opponent you are going to, and football is not you pay your
So
the
last
opponent you are going to play against is
It
coming
looks like
all out.
Adriana have made it clear that they want to win the Ghana Premier League.
But the-
Atapoku has said they want to go back to Africa
Wow.
because they know Africa's sweet.
Africa's money day there. So
Yeah.
of course, it's sweet. But I think I've seen their last few games. They lost the last one. No, they drew. Before then, they lost.
Yeah.
Then a couple of draws.
I was surprised they drew that game with Holy Stars.
Yeah,
Was it Bas-
0-0.
Yeah.
I was surprised.
I'm not so confident in their ability. Maybe top 4, they can do it. I don't think they can go all
But
the
right
way.
now, we don't know which team will stick
Well,
stick in
okay,
neck,
right
I'll
now
say,
it's still
I
not
can win the
conclusive.
league.
But you can look at the run
Because
of performances.
Mediama will drop points.
Okay, so
this
one
will
win
drop
can
point.
get you somewhere
Yeah.
crazy. I understand,
Consistent
but
win.
Nobody has been consistent.
no one has been consistent. It's the
I think
nature
let's
of the
be fair
Ghana
to
Premier
Mediama.
League in recent
Mediama
times. It's the
Charlie,
nature of
them
the
draw
Ghana
some
Premier
games
League.
for house. You know, good. They drew against Samates, drew against Bechem
So it's still
United.
anyone's league title.
Oh yeah, I think it's still open.
Yeah.
It's still open.
But my bet is still on Mediaman to win it again.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Saturday,
Mhm.
Heart of Folk are back to the UG Stadium,
Nations FC.
but they are playing Nations.
Yes, Nations.
That
off
is
the
where
back
the problem
of
is.
a comeback win.
I think last season
confident.
they couldn't beat Nations.
They couldn't. Nations beat them. I remember
Yeah.
at Tuba. That's some
Razak
Simpson
Simpson.
goal.
Razak Simpson.
Yes.
That long range.
That long range.
Charlie,
It was-
some solid goal.
That guy
And
was.
when they went there, they drew.
Yes.
They drew 1-1, right?
Yes.
And
I
Heart of
don't
Folk are
think
not in good shape at the moment, even though Nations are not at in their best form.
management,
But they won
the
their last game.
team, the performance of the back of poor performances, and now we're hearing they've not been paid and everything. I don't see how they win this. The best to be a draw, in my opinion.
You know, I
You
watch
will
Heart
lash
of
them,
Folk-
eh?
No, I keep watching
Has to be
Heart of
hard.
Folk every weekend, and it's like,
Has no be
where are
has
the goals
again.
going to come from?
Yeah, from the beginning of the season.
Has no be has again. Stop saying that. Or you are just being
But
respectful.
but
Oh,
Selassie,
has. Charlie,
but
go give
Selassie,
them
Heart of
respect.
Folk used to be a team that was blessed
Used
with
to.
some
It's
of
all
the
in the
top-
past.
some of the best
Strikers.
strikers that we've seen in this
And
country.
I'm
from
saying that-
Ismail Ado,
I'm
to
saying
Prince
that
Tego,
that is the
Mahatma
problem.
Otu.
That is the
Even
problem.
the latter day saints, Mumbai, Eric Gawu,
It's a level of
Siamenyo,
brain
Gilbert
drain. It's a
Siamenyo.
level of brain
Akwai
drain on the football ecosystem where we have very good players, but we are not able to maintain them. And so they leave the shores of the
But
country.
also, I think it's more.
So-
I think it's scouting. It's scouting because
We can
if you are
find the
talking about-
best striker in Ghana here and then take them to a Ghana Premier League side, Kotoko Hearts. They'll be scoring left, right, center. What do you think will happen next?
He will
They
go.
will go.
And then we
So
make another
why
one.
are we should find a way to maintain? No, it's not
No,
that
but
simple.
I'm just-
You're making it look like it's very
No, but
simple
I'm
and
just-
straightforward to
I'm
find
just-
another one
if I'm
and,
saying
and put him
striking,
back in and he'll be
Obviously, we all
performing.
know that we are unable to maintain. our
Uh-huh.
players. But that one, I've said it and I'll say it again.
Uh-huh,
We have to be honest to ourselves now
uh-huh.
that our league in African football is now like the way the Europeans see the Portuguese league. You got that?
And so we
Like,
always have problems
good.
with
So,
this.
Right now, Ghana football. Let's
And
be honest.
coaches
I'm
will be
saying
blamed.
It, I'm saying
Coaches
it
will be
on the-
blamed. It will be wrong.
I'm saying it on this podcast. Ghanaians and football fans have to agree that the countries around us and
Are
even
better.
the countries around us and even the countries in Europe and some of the other countries, they see our league like a talent manufacturing league. That they can walk into the league and ask you for your best player and
There's
the offer
nothing
they
you
will
can
put
do.
on the table, there's nothing you can do about it. We have to. So our league is being viewed like, and it's not bad. You can produce players. You can move. You can position
The
yourself to a
problem
certain
is
level.
what we are having now.
Our problem is
Hmm.
our inability to find a good pool of talented players that the one scoring the goal is as good as the one sitting on the bench. Do you get me? So that when you lose, Brighton loses a player today and they are not going on relegation. Why? Because they have a succession plan. They know. And I think that's where we have to start getting to. That we have to know that I can't go no bonny there. Somebody go fit can carry go. Do you know what it took and it has taken for Nations to be able to keep Razak? You know what it has it has taken House of Folk to be able to keep Benjamin Asare still playing the Premier League. That's you can't do it for like 4 players. You get what I'm trying to say? And so it means that we have to come together and agree that if we are playing in the
This is
Premier
our
League,
situation now.
this is our situation now. Chelsea go fit walk straight to Porto and take them a best player. Enzo de Porto now he win
Okay.
World Cup.
So
So, like,
so
not to
no, I
digest.
understand that bit of the conversation, but there's another bit of the conversation where some of the best players, the best strikers you are even talking about, that we find, they are not playing the Has Kotoko, they are playing the Mediema. Jonathan Sowa was playing Mediema.
Huh. Even
Emmanuel Ano is playing Nations
Nations.
FC.
Ransford is
Emmanuel
playing-
Mafu is playing the Diana. Ransford is playing Swedro All Blacks.
And I think he's the
So even the best players are not playing House of Kotoko.
I understand
So
that.
what
but
do you make of that?
I'm
It's not
not
as if the players are not there. I've seen the list of the Black
the
Galaxy
Black
squad.
Galaxy team, yeah.
How many of the strikers are playing House and Kotoko?
That
it's
squad
more
has
of
to do with
scouting.
player release, in my opinion. Some of the clubs are not open to.
You
no,
go,
but-
no, you go, no. Listen.
And I'm
Okay,
hearing now that Lord Lama is going to be released. No.
So who you go pick for House and Kotoko as strikers?
Hassan
No, I'm
Kotoko
talking
don't
about
have quality right now.
So why are these players not playing for
Mutala
Hassan
is
Kotoko?
scouting.
And
Mutala
now
is scouting.
Prince Owusu, Prince Owusu.
Mediama in a better financial position right now than Hatsufuk.
Make a no talk.
Mutala, see.
I be
Mutala-
true.
Mutala,
It just
see.
be branding the name where he
No,
has
see,
get to.
no be the money matters. It's more of
Razak
scouting.
Simpson is a black star material, right?
Uh-huh.
Why they play nation, they play Has Kotoko?
So it be scouting. Razak, you know
He
the
can
team
tell
that,
us.
You know the team that
You
Razak
people no
is
go sell them.
I don't sell him.
If Has to folk break 150,
They won't
So
sell
we
him.
don't sell when a player give Hasbro before.
They're not gonna sell him.
He can score 2 goals.
They're not gonna sell
The player
Razak.
score already.
They have bigger
But-
plans for
but
Razak
guys,
Simpson.
What I'm just trying to say is that
So why are Kotoko and Hearts not being able to pull the
Mutala.
best players to
They
play for
need
them?
money. They
Bayern
are
Munich
broke.
will do it
They are
anytime
broke.
there's a player in
Those
Germany.
clubs are broke now.
Chelsea, Man United,
Mutala,
Arsenal
They
will go
are
for the
broke.
best.
Mutala, listen.
When was
Who
the
said
last
them
time
broke?
they won the league?
Kotoko tell you
When
said
was the
they
last
broke.
time they won the league? Tell me.
Some
Mutala,
3 seasons
let's-
ago, Hearts
let's-
folk
you
win
see-
the
Let's
league.
do this.
You
Let's
see,
do-
3 or
let's-
4
Let's
seasons.
have it. Let's
My problem is why should a player play a Diana and be commanding, like, be the best player in Ghana and not play for Hearts and Kotoko?
let me explain. So you see, like some centuries ago, the golf in teams
Change is the only constant thing in our
like
life.
the golf
So
in teams was very high.
Yeah.
Like, the difference between Kotoko and Haas and the other teams were so high. So it was Kotoko was a model club.
that's a folk
like
too.
like Kotoko and Haas.
Everyone looked up
So
to
the
them.
gap closed down.
So like
Yes.
we had to make a finish. So you see, like the way players see Real Madrid on a higher level. Now look at Barcelona. Barcelona used to be a model club. Now, because of small financial decisions, now they are struggling. They wanted to. There are players that Barcelona have wanted to sign that it has never gone through. Recently, Oscar came out to say that before you go to China, Barcelona wanted to sign him, but Barcelona needed to offload another player before they will be able to sign him. That's the level it is now. So now that's how the Premier League has become. So there was a time that Hasbro and its position was so good that your families would even wish that
Even
you
a
would
rumor
play.
about Hearts being interested in you was enough.
Makes it big. But now there are other clubs that have been able to position themselves in a way that they are closing the gap. Unfortunately for us, the Hasselfolk and the Kotoko are not widening the gap. Ideally, they are supposed to give a gap. So when the teams are coming,
Because my problem is
It's
why
all
why
faces.
should
I think that
why
right
should
now-
Kotoko and Has be interested
right
in
now
the
they are
player
in a
and he will
slump.
tell us that he's going
I'm
to
going to
Mediama
Mediama
or he's
or
going to Indiana.
Nations.
Ebenezer Aban, the centre back, the
Yeah,
captain
yeah,
of
yeah.
Heart of Lions. Why should he be playing Heart of Lions and not Has Kotoko?
and you see, and it's so the condition of service.
Yes.
So one,
So the condition of service for Heart of Lions and Kotoko no good.
It's no good.
That
You
was
don't
a-
know.
like, you see
3
this-
months
the
on pay
gap-
salary. What do you think?
the gap is closing. So one, if you come relax. So if you come nations, Kwame Che go do you fine. If you go Kotoko, what Kotoko 2 go give you? Okay, so Kotoko go give you car. They go give you house. They say, difference day. That time, that's how we did. Kotoko go fit call you, then give you house. Say,
I
sign
heard
your
that
fee.
sometimes
GPA,
even fans come
2
together.
They take 2-bedroom house.
It used
That
to
is
be
what
the number.
Yeah.
good. Those things are not there. So one, me, I dey play Kotoko. Okay, let's say I did division 2. Nations won't sign me. Kotoko won't sign me. Kotoko sign me and they will give me 1,000
Yes,
Ghana.
they will give me that.
Let's say they will give me 10,000 Ghana cedis. Nations will give me 9,000 Ghana cedis. It be close. Okay, accommodation. Nations will give me accommodation. House of folk, I for go rent my accommodation. Okay, what has go give? Has go give me car. Okay, maybe Dr. Kofi tell you say if you come, I will give you car. You get what I'm saying? You see, say you do.
Has to be a good club to have on your CV to have
also,
played there.
You see,
And
there's
those
another
times-
And the
conversation.
funny thing is, it's not even just about the players. So coaches are even choosing. I know a player who told me he was going to be any Gold Stars. Because had to full Kotoko wanted. He said, "Okay, then
Thank you.
Conditions
Conditions of service.
we'll have proper time and discuss this issue. But let's finish off with the last game. Asante Kotoko will be back home. They will be taking on Dreams FC, who themselves are struggling.
Yes.
But I mean, Kotoko need to find a
It
win
will be a
from
pickup.
somewhere.
A pickup
Because,
game for Kotoko.
I mean, Zito is highly respected, but it looks like pressure is beginning to mount on him.
Yeah, I think Kumasi Asante Kotoko should win this one. They need to get back to winning ways. Last weekend, in my opinion, after that goal they conceded, the onslaught they put on and the fight they put on, they probably should have gotten a draw. But in the end, too late. I think they'll bounce back with this one here. Dreams FC will not be
Your
that
former club,
strong.
Dreams not playing well under Wilfred Dormon, but I'm sure they will approach this game with a lot of confidence, knowing Kotoko themselves are not playing well.
I think it's a tough game. Like statistically, Dreams have always struggled against Kotoko. I think most of the time when they play against them, they struggle.
You won last 2 seasons.
Yeah, Kotoko beat them.
No, last two
Last
seasons.
2 seasons. Okay.
Abdulaziz,
Dreams, yeah.
Issa,
That's
that
last
long
2
range free kick.
That was
Yeah.
under Zito.
Zito, yeah.
But I think when Zito left, he met Dortmund and then he beat them, I think, 3-0. So if you look at Dreams themselves, they've got a good results against Bechem. But they've not, even before that, they lost to 11 Wonders who were going relegation. Dreams have not hit their equilibrium yet because of the new players that they brought on board. And they're going to play against a wounded Kumasi Asante Kotoko. They will do everything to get that result because they can't go on a continuous defense.
Kotoko win.
I think
Kotoko
it's a
win,
game
yeah.
that Kotoko.
Well, let's see what happens. 3 live games on TV3, Onuya TV, starting on Friday. Pando Heart of Lions will be at home to Adriana. 3:30 is that game. Then on Saturday, Heart of Folk would also come up against Nations FC at 4 p.m. live on TV3 and Onuya TV. Then we'll finish off our coverage on Sunday. Asante Kotoko, they are looking for their first win in 4 games in the Ghana Premier League. Back home, this time against Dreams FC. My name is Mutala Yakubu. Thanks to Selassie and thanks to Dela. We'll have a proper conversation. Why our big clubs are not being able to pull players in the Ghana Premier League.
We have to do it.
See you.